Boy, I'm loud. Am I? Ooh. Welcome to beautiful Old Washington, Ohio, and the campus of Buckeye Trail High School to the Bill Baker Activity Complex. It is homecoming 2023 as the Tuskegee Central Catholic Saints come in to battle your homestanding Buckeye Trail Warriors. For Bryce Yashowski, producing the broadcast tonight, I'm merely Tom Strasser, and once again, if you're going to bring a big game across the Caleb Graham production airwaves, you better bring a big mouth with you, and I've done that. I'm truly honored to be joined by my partner in crime. He is the BT Hall of Famer, the one and only Chris Starr. And Chris, homecoming, two teams desperate to get that first win of the season.
Yeah, no doubt. Buckeye Trail has had some really tough ones here, and the Saints, I'm sure anytime you haven't won a game all year, you sure do want to get that first win just to get it under your belt, and usually that win cures a lot of ails for everything that's going on. So I know Coach Kearns would love to get a win tonight and just kind of get things rolling.
And, Chris, if I'm correct, last year at this time, Buckeye Trail came in. They lost their first 5 games. Brutal schedule, won 4 out of their last 5, and actually went into the game with Newcomerstown, remember, Week 10, with a win and get in the playoffs. So they still have some big games at Malvern next week. They host go to Newcomerstown, Week 10. East Canton is still on there. Strasburg is still on there. But first things first, they got to look to take care of business tonight.
Yeah, they really need to get this win tonight. Just like I said, just to get things rolling. Again, it cures a lot of ails. A lot of times when you're not winning, it makes it tough to practice. The intensity just isn't there, and it has a tendency to kind of steamroll on you. So getting a win tonight would set Buckeye Trail up for an opportunity to roll the table, which they're very capable of doing. They need to pick off like a Malvern or somebody like that who's pretty good. If they could do that, they could still sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah, remember, last year Buckeye Trail, they had a chance to share the league title. They've got a lot of league games ahead. And, Chris, you go back to just a week ago, the second heartbreaking loss in a row to Claymont, where you seen Buckeye Trail, they forced 4 turnovers. That's great, but you got to capitalize. And out of those 4 turnovers, Buckeye Trail only mustered 7 points.
Yeah, you got to be able to generate some points off of turnovers and just create more offense. Really, I mean, we've really struggled offensively, other than the very beginning of the year. Really have struggled offensively at times. Ran the ball real well against Caldwell, real well against Shenandoah, and then we've just been all over the place since. So hopefully they can get things rolling, get the running game going, and complete a few passes just to keep teams honest, and again, just keep things rolling. We got to get a win under our belt so we can get going.
And Chris, a couple things that stand out here in the pregame show. Trail won the toss. They want the football, and when I talked to Coach Kearns and got to starting lineup, I see fullback, running back. So one wide receiver. So Trail's going to look it looks on paper anyway to line up and just pound the ball at this young TCC squad?
Well, I think they're not real strong up front, so Buckeye Trail's thinking, if they can, their advantage would probably be running the ball tonight. So, but even with that, you still have to complete a few passes, try to keep them honest, because once you get 11 guys in the box, it is tough to run the football.
And the Buckeye Trail Marching Band has made their way on the field, and as they played the fight song, the alma mater, then we'll pause for the national anthem. Chris, as always, we've got, I believe, 14 outstanding sponsors, and what would you like to thank them?
I sure would. Here we go. Sponsors tonight. We got Stop 9 Church of Christ, 360 Burger, Southeastern Equipment, and Buck Robinson. Bears Den Steakhouse, Dennis Doubt, Southeastern Ohio Counseling Center, LLC, Old Washington Presbyterian Church, Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant, Darcy A. Wakefield Family Dentistry and Orthodontics, Scott Ogle Realty, Connor Pushcarrot at Jacobs Vanderman Insurance Agency, Bicon and Bicon Engineering, Deep Cut Tavern, and Marathon Stations. Again, we thank you guys so much for sponsoring this so we can bring this to you. I know a lot of people like to watch the game, then go home and watch the live broadcast. So, again, thank you very much for allowing us to do this.
And Chris, who doesn't like to listen to the sweet melatones of one Chris Starr? And Chris, Trail, the only local team playing at home, Meadowbrook, we'll be checking. What a big showdown. It's homecoming in New Concord. Meadowbrook 4-1, John Glenn 4-1. They're doing battle. We'll be providing updates there as well as Cambridge. They traveled to East Liverpool. So we're the only game in town, and it's a big game by who's in the stands, and none other than the mayor of Cambridge himself, the legendary Tom Orr. So Tommy Orr has come out to root for the Warriors. So hopefully he can bring a little mojo.
Yeah, I got to stop and talk to him just a little bit on the way in. It's always fun to talk to Tom. What a great guy, and he's done a lot for Cambridge without a doubt. He's done a fantastic job in there.
And you may be the first one ever to say, talk to Tommy for a little bit. So now let's stand and pause for our national anthem.
So we can play this game tonight. Please stand and face Old Glory. And gentlemen, please remove your hats. While the Buckeye Trail High School Marching Band, under the direction of Mr. Doug Hanna, performs our national anthem.
And a nice, rousing rendition of the national anthem by the Buckeye Trail Marching Band under the tutelage of Doug Hanna. And I tell you, Doug's done a great job with the band, Chris. 60 members in the Buckeye Trail Band, and especially for a school our size, that is truly phenomenal.
Yeah, it's really amazing what he's done with the band, and it wasn't that many years ago. They just had a handful of kids. So what he's done in the past 7 or 8 years has really been transforming for the Buckeye Trail Band. And all the people who's involved in that, there's a lot of alumni band players that just love to. A lot of people come to watch the band play. So congratulations to the band and to Mr. Hanna.
And Chris, Doug would tell you he would be absolutely nothing without the wind beneath his wings. His lovely wife, Liz Hanna, who I have the privilege to work with on the elementary side here at Buckeye Trail. So TCC and Buckeye Trail will be making their way here on the field as they're forming a tunnel. We'll look at the starting lineup for the Buckeye Trail offense that we have it. As far as we know, they will receive the football. Their line will go this way. Junior left tackle Jackson Hess. Left guard will be number 64, junior Nick Taflin. Jackson Hess, by the way, is number 79. At center, the junior, number 56, Wyatt Connor. At right guard will be the sophomore, number 52, Gavin Morris. And the junior right tackle, number 67, will be Cole Porter. Tight end will be the senior, number 20, Brady Hastings. Expect to see junior Jace Hickman as well. Wide receiver will be Lane Wable. He's the junior, number 11. Also Sammy Brown, the sophomore, will see action as well. And then you have the fullback, senior, number 7, Charlie Perry. Running back, senior, number 5, Jansen Alloway. And senior running back, and what a year he's having, number 34, Cohen Egan. Quarterback will be senior Braden Williams, number 2, and expect to see Travis Dodd as well quarterbacking. So all hands on deck. One player we want to give a shout out to in a speedy recovery is Ty McGlumphy, who's really played well on the line for Buckeye Trail this year. He hurt his shoulder last week in the tough loss to Claymont, and he is unavailable to go tonight. So we want to wish Ty a speedy recovery.
Yeah, it's hard to replace a 6'4", 275-pound, tackle. He's a pretty good. So he's a really nice sized kid, a good kid, good family. So we just hope that he can get back as soon as possible.
So Buckeye Trail going out, they will receive kickoff. That will be Cohen Egan going back, as well as Mason Todd. And I tell you what, Chris, I laughed. Mason Todd, I was talking to his mom. I thought last week, and you and D-Train did a great job on the broadcast. Maybe the best tackle of the game was by the turf monster that halted at what would have been a 90-yard interception return, because the turf monster was the only one that was going to bring Mason down. And here's an onside kick. The ball is still alive, and it goes out of bounds, so Buckeye Trail will get excellent field position.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get the ball right around the 45-yard line, and Buckeye Trail's going to line it up. And I think, like you said, they're going to go to 2 tight ends and full backfield and just try to run this thing early and see what happens.
Yeah, Braden Williams is your starting quarterback, and like we said, we expect to see Travis Dodd as well. Brady Hastings lining up wide. So we'll see what the Warriors elect to do on first down. Handoff goes to Egan, and he's got running room. 50, 40, one man to beat, and he's gone. 5-1 touchdown. Cohen Egan, an electrifying 55-yard touchdown jaunt, and just like that, the Warriors are on the board.
That's Cohen Egan for you. He's the big play guy for Buckeye Trail. Took that jet sweep and just broke to contain, and then had one guy to beat, and I don't think he ever got touched.
And, I tell you, Gavin Morris and Cole Porter on the right side, Chris, wow, did they really seal it off. There was nobody when Cohen turned the corner. So just like that, the Warriors, one play. And here's a 2-point conversion pass intended for Egan, incomplete. So 11:48 left here in the opening quarter. Warriors on the board first with the early 6-0 lead.
We need Buckeye Trail to go out defensively here and just, put a quick 3 and out on the Saints so they can get back on the field and hopefully get another score.
And Chris, I tell you what, it's teams, Riverview last week, against Meadowbrook, and you look at TCC and you look at the sideline, and they have about 5 or 6 healthy bodies on the sideline. Not much depth at all, but you gotta applaud these kids that show up every day for practice, and like they never have a chance hardly to come off the field, and that definitely takes a toll.
Man, you got to love football to do what they do. I know my senior year in high school, I think we had 18 kids that played, and you were running half sides a line just to practice, and it just makes it so difficult to simulate game situations, and you get one guy hurt and you're in big trouble, so it makes it very difficult. No, that definitely you got to hand it to the kids from Tuacarawas Central that's showing up every day. You got to give them credit.
Yeah, Jansen Alloway will kick off. And that is Schumacher on the recovery. He's going backwards, and he's going to be dropped at about the 16-yard line. Sammy Brown on the tackle, so it'll be first down for the Saints. And, Chris, let's look at their starters real quick. At left tackle will be 75, Charlie Montan. The left guard will be number 65, Casey Green. Center will be 59, Gabe Weenie. Right guard will be 73, Jamison Sedlock, and the right tackle will be number 77, Warren Tynerin.
Yeah, the Saints are coming out with a spread look, a trips to the right.
And while there's a penalty, it looks like illegal substitution for the Saints, so that'll back them up 5 yards. Their wide receivers will be number 3, Garrett Swaldo, number 4, Zane Norris, number 5, Kenton Reniker, number 18, Nathan Pugh, and the quarterback will be number 6, Dylan Doomermuth. He's a 6-foot sophomore, and he can sling it. Doomermuth under pressure by Jackson Hess, and there's the throw up the sideline. It is caught at about the 25.
Yeah, that was a really nice play by the quarterback. He made a really super play on the right on the sideline, did a nice job, and broke contain on the outside and threw a dart down the sideline right to receivers standing right on the edge. So really nice job by the TCC quarterback.
And Chris, it's amazing. They just threw a flag, and it's a sideline warning on TCC, and
I guess
it had to be on the coach.
It had to be because they don't hardly have any kids over there. It's like I was shocked to see that.
But Doomermuth, nice pass completion there, so it'll be 2nd down and 6. Coming around the left end. That's Shoemaker. He is dropped at the 30. He's going to be close to the first down.
Yep, he's going to be maybe a half yard short, or they're saying a first down.
So Shoemaker needed 6, and he got right at 6. Wable in on the tackle for Buckeye Trail. So Shoemaker, nice job by the Saints here, overcoming the 5-yard penalty.
Yep, got a big pass play, kind of got them off the goal line down there away from that, and nice run to the outside here, so a good start for the Saints.
So this is Doomermuth. He's going to keep it. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33.
Yeah, he's going to get about 2 yards on that, so little misdirection out of the backfield and the quarterback keep.
I tell you, TCC, as always, they keep it spread out, and they don't use much of the play clock. So a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 for the Saints. Dumermuth looking under pressure, coming hard. There's the pass is incomplete, and that was Blake Wable putting the pressure.
Gavin Morris with the pressure for Buckeye Trail.
Buckeye Trail only rushed 3 that time and really played a lot of coverage, and quarterback from TCC just didn't have anywhere to go. Dumermuth really just couldn't find anybody. Buckeye Trail had them covered up pretty good.
I tell you, Blake Wable coming in from his linebacking position there. So it'll be 3rd down and 7. Dumermuth has 1. Back to his left. Here comes the blitz up the middle. Dumermuth throw. It's intercepted by Mason Todd. Todd's at the 30, 20, and he's going to be tackled down at about the 10-yard line.
I think he had something similar to that last week, didn't he?
Hey, there were a couple of Saints there on top of them.
We're going to have to teach him how to finish that score, though. A really nice job picking that thing off and bringing it back. So good start for Buckeye Trail.
Yes, and remember last week we talked about Trail forcing 4 turnovers, getting 7 points only. The 7 points they got were off the Mason Todd interception. So they have it 1st and goal here for the Warriors after the early turnover. Williams going hard count. He gives the ball to Mason Todd, and Todd gets to finish it in. Touchdown, Warriors.
Yep. That's probably the way it should have ended, too. He got the pick and was able to give him the ball to let him score. So nice job by Mason Todd. And the offensive line did an outstanding job up front, created a huge hole for him, made it look easy. Good job.
So what a start. That's the Warriors. They're going to go for 2, and I'll let you describe this setup here. As they throw it to Todd, and he's going to run it in for the 2-point conversion after catching the pass from Williams.
Man, every time he touches the ball, we're scoring or coming close, Tommy.
Yes, so the Warriors, 2 offensive plays, 2 touchdowns, and they lead 14-0. And we'll take a timeout here on Caleb Graham Productions and be right back. Okay, welcome back to the Bill Baker Activity Complex. As that will be Zane Norris going back for the Saints. And it's tough to see the other number. I believe
looks like
that is Whitaker, Colton Whitaker, number 12.
Number
yes.
12, yep.
Alloway to kick off. That ball's caught at the 26 by Watkins, and he gets a good run back by Zane Norris to about the 40. And that was Jace Hickman on the tackle for the Warriors. So 1st down for the Saints, and the ball's going to be right at their own 40-yard line.
Man, Tommy, I tell you what, we've been blessed with beautiful weather for football the last 3 or 4 weekends, so you cannot ask for better for high school football. The weather, the temperature's perfect. What a beautiful view. Outstanding facilities. It's been really nice.
And, boy, the renovation that they've done here in the last weeks has been incredible here, as there's a little draw, and that will go nowhere.
Yeah, the track they got the asphalt all down. When they get that track done, man, it really does set everything off. So this is just a beautiful facility.
So after the tackle there by Wyatt Connor, that was Shoemaker, he will lose 2 yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 12. And like we said, we expect Dylan Doomermuth.
He's probably going to be chucking it tonight
yes.
quite a bit, I would imagine.
And he's flushed out the pocket. He is in a lot of trouble. So he will get rid of it and save a monster would-be sack.
Yeah, he was, as they say, running for his life back there. He made, 2 or 3 turns and finally made a good decision to throw it away. So really good job by the Saints quarterback just to get rid of that ball.
Chris, the ball was spotted at the 38-yard line. He was back at his own 10. He was 28 yards behind the line of scrimmage with Jackson Hess and Wyatt Connor in hot pursuit.
No doubt.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 12. Here comes Wable off the blitz, and he hits him. Is that a fumble? They're going to call it incomplete.
Oh, man, he got hit hard on that one. I don't think he saw him coming. He got a little whiplash on that one. That was a nice job by Blake Wable to really come on that backside blitz, and, man, he was coming with a head of steam.
So we'll see who's going to punt the ball. I believe it's going to be, let's see, I believe it's Doomermuth, the quarterback, and Cohen Egan back at his 25, and that's going to.
I think it's number 5.
Oh, it is 5, yes.
Kenton Renneker?
Renneker. So there's going to be a second penalty here.
They have another illegal substitution.
Yeah, I think they had 12 guys on the field. So
I would imagine from week to week with the few numbers, you get a kid hurt, you're constantly trying to change all that stuff up from one week to the next. It makes it difficult to just kind of figure out who's out there each week.
Renneker wisely, he's going to punt the ball out of bounds. You do not want to give Cohen Egan any room to field the punt. So the Warriors, this ball is going to be in Saints territory. So the Warriors will take it at about the 47. Let's see.
Yep, looks like about the 47.
Again, tonight is homecoming night here at the Baker Activity Complex. All the festivities will take place.
So the Warriors, 2 offensive plays, 2 touchdowns. So we'll see what they do right here. An Egan touchdown in a Todd, and this is Jansen Alloway. He finds running room, and he's going to be, I think he's going to step out at about the 41-yard line.
Yep, you got about 6 yards on that. Good run by Jansen Alloway.
Gain of 6, and that was Renneker on the tackle for the Saints.
Yeah, Buckeye Trail's living on that jet sweep right now. Kind of making a short fake on the inside and wing back coming around the side at full speed. One good thing about the jet sweep, that back gets that ball typically just about at full speed.
And, boy, we talked about the lack of depth for the Saints, Chris. The Warriors, they have a plethora of running backs who can tote the rock. And that's Alloway. He gives it to Egan, and Egan's got running room. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Warriors. 41-yard touchdown jaunt for Cohen Egan. And that was a 2-play drive. And just like that, the Warriors now lead 20-0. And they had ran that play 3 times in a row. This time on the handoff to Alloway, Chris, the little scissor handoff, double handoff going back to the left.
Yeah, that double handoff. And all you're trying to do is really get that defense off balance, thinking they're going one way and then you go the other way. And Buckeye Trail did a good job. They executed it well tonight. Nice job, Buckeye Trail.
And they get the 2-point conversion there, as you see the alley-oop pass to Charlie Perry, who ended the game last week with an alley-oop pass. So just like that, 9:01 left here in the opening quarter, and Buckeye Trail is off and rolling. They lead the TCC Saints 22-0. And Chris, let's hear from some of our fine sponsors.
Yeah, we got tonight Old Washington Presbyterian Church, a proud sponsor of the Warriors. Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant. Looking for a family restaurant to tailgate at before the big game? Visit Mr. Lee's Restaurant on East Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Darcy A. Wakefield Family Dentistry and Orthodontics. Want to show off a beautiful smile after a big Warrior win? Darcy Wakefield can take care of any dentistry or orthodontics needs that you have. Connor Push Carriage of Jacobs Vandenham Insurance Agency. Looking for an independent insurance agent to quarterback you through any coverage? Connor Push Carriage is your man. Call Connor at 740-610-3024 at Jacobs Vandenham Insurance Agency.
All right, and Connor Push Carriage, he was an outstanding quarterback for the Buckeye Trail Warriors himself, as he can quarterback you through any insurance coverage that you need.
Man, he was a really nice running quarterback. He ran the ball extremely well. I think he may have the all-time carries for any quarterback.
We were here for
Buckeye
that.
Trail, he carried the ball a bunch and handled it well. I mean, he took a beating, but played extremely well for him.
I remember that night, the wife, Rachel, she woke me up like 3 times saying, "Why are you talking in your sleep?" I said, "I'm talking in my sleep." She says, "You keep saying push carriage up the middle." And I thought, well, I said it enough. So here is an illegal substitution, and I don't see
I think
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
They broke the huddle with 12 again.
Okay.
The guy ran off. Yeah, they're getting a little confused. Old Tuacarawas is going with the stack. They're stacking the receivers. This makes it difficult to cover, especially if you're playing man.
And Dumermuth is going to keep it, and he is going to be hit by Hastings as well as Morris. And, Chris, let's look at the Warrior defense. We ain't had a chance. And for the defensive coordinator, Terry Perry, 3 down linemen, Cole Porter, Jackson Hess, Gavin Morris. Your linebackers, Blake Wable, Brady Hastings, Charlie Perry, Travis Dodd, and Mason Todd.
Yeah.
2 corners, Braden Williams and Cohen Egan, and 1 safety, Jansen Alloway. So if my math is right, that is a 3-5 look, and they're coming. Hastings with bad intentions, but it's going to be Travis Dodd who gets to Dumermuth first.
Yeah, Buckeye Trail's just pinning their ears back and coming now. And, man, I tell you what, you think it's hard to block defensive linemen anytime when they're going to pass and they got to pass. It really makes it difficult to block those guys. So, man, the Tuacarawas Central Catholic offensive line really has their hands full now.
So now it's going to be 3rd down and 25. We'll call it 3rd down in Quaker City to go. Dumermuth. Here's a 3-man rush, and Hastings is going to get the sack back at about the 19-yard line, so back-to-back sacks.
And number 67, Cole Porter, 4th down.
Yeah, the Buckeye Trail defensive linemen are just feasting on those Tuacarawas Central offensive linemen right now. And Brady Hastings, he's been tough to block all year long. It doesn't matter who we've played. He's really done a nice job being in the backfield and creating chaos for a lot of different teams this year.
So there's the punt, and Egan's just going to let it go. And here's a late flag coming in.
Punt rolls down to the Warrior 41-yard line. Penalty marker.
That's a pretty nice punt.
I'm not sure what the penalty was.
And then nice job by Reniker keeping the ball away from Egan. So, yeah, the officials are going to talk about it here.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Are they going to re-kick? Because the yard marker is still back there at the 14-yard line. So they may make the Saints.
They got a personal foul, so.
And somebody got ejected. I thought he gave the thumbs up. And here's another one. So apparently there were some words said on this one.
The Saints are going to run out of players here shortly.
Yeah, it happened behind the play. I didn't see it. I was watching the punt. Now, this is unsportsmanlike conduct.
I think one of the players said something to an official. And, man, when you're down 22-0 and you're kind of struggling, probably isn't the right time to be saying something to an official.
Yeah.
You better be being nice to him, I would think.
Yeah, and head coach Casey Cummings, you can tell he's not happy. So now
the original holding penalty will be also added.
So that's about 30 yards in penalties.
That's a bunch.
Pushes the ball down to the 29. First down.
So now the Warriors have it, first down from their own 29. We still got 6:42 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Buckeye Trail running a slot to the right with a wing to the left. Here we go.
Coming around, and that's Blake Wable. Now this is probably going to come back as he will take it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And here's another flag at the goal line.
Looks like they got a holding on Blake Wable. And I don't know what's going on, but there's flags flying everywhere.
I think that there's a hold up here closer to the line of scrimmage, and there may have been a push in the back
I'm not
right
sure.
at the goal line. So that will nullify the 28-yard touchdown run. The Warriors are –
yeah, the touchdown's definitely not going to count. It's just what the other penalty was. It looks like there was another unsportsmanlike conduct on somebody.
Wait, he's pointing.
Horse collar. That's declined.
We have a legal block in the back by Buckeye Trail and a horse collar.
Okay, horse collar. So we'll do that play all over again.
Man, we've had how many penalties already? There's been a bunch. Wow. I'm pretty sure the skies are clear. It looks like it's raining flags, though.
So first down and 10. We'll do it again from the 29. And Dodd
takes a snap,
bobbles the snap.
He'll be marked down where the knee is touched at the 35. Second down.
So he will lose about 4 yards back to the 33-yard line.
Yep, it's going to be second and about 14. Well, Tommy, what's your call on the high-state game tomorrow night?
Oh, we got to keep people around. We'll discuss that in the fourth quarter. So Travis Dodd under center. He'll give it to Perry. Perry's in the secondary. He's down to about the 20-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Yeah, it was a nice run by Charlie, just off tackle there, just busting through, making some big yards for Buckeye Trail.
Yeah, and that was Anthony Conrad Bolton, the freshman, on the tackle there. So, Charlie, this would be third down. Call it one. After the 14-yard pickup and getting.
End around play to Tyler Harrell, number 10.
That's Tyler Harrell.
Yeah, Harrell on the carry, and that was Doomermuth. No, excuse me, that was Reniker on the tackle.
Yeah, I'm sure Tyler Harrell's dad was just cringing right there with that low cut on his son, who's a really good catcher for the Buckeye Trail baseball team. So crossing his fingers, especially after what happened to Nick Chubb here last week. It was just
unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
What? Yeah, that was a fluke. Everything, the timing had to be, unfortunately. Just right. This Dodd will go with the quarterback sneak. He will get the first down, going right up the backside of Wyatt Connor.
Williams on the keeper check that Dodd on the keeper. Picks up a first down for Buckeye Trail.
So a gain of 3.
Yeah, Buckeye Trail doing a nice job up front, creating some movement up front, and TCC has a couple really nice sized kids up front.
So now 1st and 10, ball at the 17. Dodger quarterback gives it to Wable coming around the left side. He gets a nice block by Perry, and Blake Wable will take it in from 17. Touchdown, Warriors.
Yeah, Charlie Perry got the key block on the outside, was able to get the outside contained man sealed up, or at least occupied him long enough for Blake Wable to get to the outside. So nice job by the offensive line for Buckeye Trail, and a nice job by Charlie Perry.
Yeah, so that's the 4th touchdown on the board. Is now Charlie Perry will be kicking the extra point. Still 4:02 left here in the first quarter, and the Warriors have exploded. Perry booms that kick up and good. 4:02 left here in the opening quarter. 29-0 Warriors. And Chris, we want to give a shout out to a few more of our sponsors.
Yeah, we want to thank Bicon and Bicon Engineering, wishing the Warriors and all of our area teams a very successful season. Deep Cut Tavern, looking for a place to celebrate after a big Warrior win? Come to Deep Cut Tavern and celebrate with your friends and family. Marathon Stations. Fuel up before every local area football game at Marathon Stations, located in Old Washington and Cambridge. Stop 9, Church of Christ, cheering on all of our local student athletes. 360 Burgers, serving farm-to-table burgers with local ingredients to all football fans in the area. Southeastern Equipment, a proud sponsor of the Warriors and all of our local teams. Call Buck Robinson for all your large equipment, parts, and supply needs. And Buck Robinson's definitely knows heavy equipment.
And Chris, we can't mention Buck without giving a shout out to his lovely wife, Dee Robinson. It was D-Day at Buckeye Trail, as Dee is home taking care of a youngin' who is under the weather. So we want to say hi to Dee. And the squib kick for the Warriors will give the Saints possession of the football. Let's see where they're going to mark it, right about the 30 or make it to 29.
Well, looks like Donnie's going to get a lot of different people some carries tonight, get everybody involved, which is a good thing. You know, this helps to heal a lot of those bumps and bruises that you get throughout the year. And again, on a homecoming night, the Warriors are playing well.
And Chris, 7 different players have toted the rock for Buckeye Trail.
And off the number 1, Carson Norris.
And I take Carson Norris. He's not going to go down to this 220-pound senior running back. That's his first.
Wrapped up by Tyler Harrell.
And Tyler Harrell on the stop.
No gain, 2nd down.
So, yeah, the Warriors, so much depth. And it's a loss of 1 for the Saints. The Saints last week lost a tough one at Ridgewood. I believe it was 49-3. So
Ridgewood, a top notch.
Yes, and that's not. There's a lot of teams that
get beat like that against them. So
Doomermuth has his pass deflected, and I believe that was Harrell. No, that was Wyatt Tank.
Hastings on the pressure along with number 22, Wyatt Tank.
White Tank's back this week. Huh? I know he had a banged up shoulder too. He's been hurting some, and Buckeye Trail's got a big one next week. Tommy, who do they play next week?
At Malvern.
At Malvern. That's going to be a big one for Buckeye Trail. They can get this one tonight and keep things rolling. Man, that game at Malvern will be huge for Buckeye Trail.
Yeah, last year's game here at against Malvern
it
was a great game. One of the better games that we had seen. So 3rd and 11. This is Shoemaker. It gets Mason Todd there with Braden Williams as well. So
hey, we want to give a shout out and a big thank you to the Old Washington and the Antrim volunteer fighters. All that they do on these
a loss of about 5. Or make it 4. So that ball's going to bounce, and the Cohen Egan's just going to let it roll. And again, Renneker, nice kick all the way down to about the Warriors' 31-yard line. And, Chris, one thing about Coach Kearns, he sees the way things are going.
Yeah.
Coach Kearns has as much respect for Casey Cummings, the coach for the Saints, as he does anybody.
Yeah,
and he will not look to barrel. As you can see right there, the last couple of punts, Cohen Egan has not attempted to field these punts. So
he could probably run both those
yes,
back too. And
yes.
Cohen is an outstanding return man, and Coach Kearns are pretty much already called off the dogs, which shows a lot of class on his part.
And that's Cohen Egan playing quarterback, as he will give the ball the – trying to see – that was Travis Dodd.
Yep. Another sponsor we have tonight is the Bears Den Steakhouse. Stop by the Bears Den Steakhouse located on Route 40 for the best steaks around. In Dennis Doubt, he says, go Warriors.
So a gain of 8. Nice job by the interior line of the Saints. And that was Conrad Bolton came in on the tackle there. This is going to be Egan. He is tripped up for about a gain of 2.
Yeah, he got caught by a shoelace, I think, and he was off to the race. And Jamison Sedlock made the shoestring
tounder. He showed some nice lateral to 2-yard gain by intended for Jason out of the way. So the Saints defense will hold.
Buckeye Trail, I'm sure, is probably going to punt this, even though maybe they wouldn't necessarily have to. But
yeah, Mason Todd will come in and punt the football away. So credit the Saints defense there. Stout on the 2 running plays. Those up the middle where Trail really hurt them early and often was on the runs outside. And we'll go out about the 20 flag at the 45. We'll see. It's against the Warriors. So I think they may – are they saying that they've got to re-kick?
Did you see what the penalty call was?
Yeah, it seemed like they called it against Buckeye Trail, but TCC, they're just going to take the yardage from where the ball was spotted. Yeah, holding against the Warriors, and instead of re-kicking, they're going to mark it up to the 32-yard line. And I think the Saints called the timeout maybe. So, Chris, let's hear from some more of our sponsors.
Yeah, another sponsor tonight, Southeastern Ohio Counseling Center, provides mental health and addiction services to children, adolescents, and adults wherever it is most convenient, home, community, or school setting. Located in downtown Old Washington, call Mindy McGlumphy at 740-489-5571 for any questions. Scott Ogle Realty proudly supports all Warrior student athletes and the FCA. Call us when you're ready to talk real estate.
Yeah, and you mentioned you mentioned Southeastern Ohio Counseling Center. They provided the game ball tonight. So we want to thank Mandy McGlumphy for doing that. And they have offices here at Old Washington and in Marietta as getting rid of the ball again. And Doomermuth has nowhere to throw the football.
Pressure applied by a host of Warriors. Second down.
So that pass is incomplete. That's the fourth pass attempt for Doomermuth. Now, he has dropped back to pass more than that, but he's been sacked about 3 times.
Yeah, he's been under lots of pressure the entire night. Most of the time just kind of scrambling, trying to make something happen. So,
and here comes Travis Dodge, shot out of a cannon. And Doomermuth, let's see, that is a fumble and a touchdown. Oh, no, they're going to say he's down.
Penalty markers on the play.
I thought he threw the beanbag.
I think it's a penalty. I'm not sure what the penalty was, but.
So that will nullify a scoop and score by Charlie Perry. Was it they're calling a horse? They're going to wave off the flag.
Penalty marker will be waved off.
So I guess they're going to say his arm was in the act of throwing it again. Doomermuth, he is really taking a pounding here in this opening quarter.
You think they were going to call grounding on that? What was that?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you would have called on that. That's a little confusing. Going with the trips again. TCC going to spread it out.
So 3rd down and 10, and here come the Warriors. They're coming 5. The ball, as Charlie Perry lays the lumber to Garrett Swaldo.
Yeah, that one hurt.
And
he didn't see that one coming. It's a clean play. It was a good, solid hit. I mean, the ball just went through his hands when Mr. Perry put the hit on him. So, man, that's one you don't see coming, and, boy, that really jars you.
Yeah, and then Doomermuth, that was a nice pass. He had a lot of mustard on that. So Reneker kicks it, and again, this time the ball's going to bounce. Let's see, right around midfield is going to be short, so the Warriors will take over inside Saint territory at about the Saints' 48-yard line, so 33 seconds. This very well could be the last play of the first quarter, as Travis Dodd will come out, the quarterback this play.
The Warriors just going with going with 2 split outs, tied into the right, and a wing to the right. So
Dodge just going to keep it. Couple of spin moves. He's still on his feet as he will get to about the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 14. A couple of spin-a-roonies there from Dodd. And let's see, 25 seconds. We'll see if the Warriors, as Sammy Brown will bring the play in. We'll see if the Warriors elect to run a play.
I think a TCC guy just went onto the ground. Looked like he had rolled his ankle. He was hurting pretty good, so see how he's on the ground down there. Looks like he rolled that ankle and decided just to go ahead and take a seat. So hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, and that looks the speculate. I see the number 2. I don't know what or if there's another number. So the Warriors will come to the side, and yeah, and you're right. They appear to be looking at the ankle. So Chris, while we have an injury timeout right here, we did mention that it's homecoming, And if you would, why don't you announce, and that is getting a nice hand. That is Anthony Conrad Bolton. He's walking off on his own power. Hopefully he's okay. How about giving the homecoming court?
Yeah, or the Queen's court tonight, first of all, is Allie Carpenter, Maya Frederick, Andalyn Lowry, Emma Yanosic, and Leanne Pasting. Those are the queens. The kings tonight, Kale Gazda, Brady Hastings, Cohen Egan, Charlie Perry, and Gavin Rome. The attendants, other attendants, Riley Webb, freshman attendant, Sydney Frederick, sophomore attendant, and Sydney Snodgrass, junior attendant. And the prince and princess are Arlo Binkley and Marcy Stoner.
Maury.
Or Maury Stoney.
Stoney, yeah.
Stoney.
Hey, my writing ain't the easiest to read sometimes, yeah, but Maury Stoney and Arlo Binkley, and as the Warriors, they let the time run out. So after 1 quarter of play here at the Bill Baker Activity Complex, your score, Buckeye Trail 29 and TCC 0. We'll take a timeout and be back for second quarter action. All right, welcome back. First play here, the second quarter, 1st and 10. Warriors at the 35-yard line. That's going to be Perry. He makes one man miss. He's at the 20, 15, down to about the 13-yard line.
Yeah, nice run by Charlie Perry, and really good job by that interior offensive line by Buckeye Trail. They did an outstanding job opening that hole up for them.
Yeah,
really nice job inside.
And after a 22-yard run, the Loudon Savage on the tackle. So Travis Dodd will keep it himself as he turns the corner, and he'll take it in for 6. Touchdown, Warriors. 13-yard touchdown run by Travis Dodd, and that is the 5th touchdown of the night for the Warriors. And boy, I tell you what, it was a great lead block out there by Nick Tafflin.
Tafflin, yeah, he pulled. Man, they were definitely creating gaps, and people were parting the Red Sea with him going around there. Nice job by the Buckeye Trail offensive line, and just cleared the lane for the running back, and I don't think he was ever touched, was he, Tommy?
I don't think so. And Charlie Perry booms the extra point. So 11:28 left here after what we just, I would say, completed maybe the longest quarter in Buckeye Trail history, first quarter at least. That quarter lasted right at 45 minutes, and the Warriors have answered quickly again. 2-play drive there for the Warriors. So again, we want to thank everybody for joining us here on Caleb Graham Productions. And it's a festive night here, homecoming 2023 at Buckeye Trail. And the Warriors are up big here on the Saints. And again, it'll be Jansen out of the way kicking off as my partner stepped away. To anytime they start playing Cotton Eye Joe, my partner's up dancing. So
Yep.
last time he did it with the headsets on, he about choked himself. So I asked him to remove the headsets, and
I think I twisted my knee, too.
I tell you, I know we'll get some folks up here. Where's Nurse Tracy Perry when you need her?
Exactly.
Again, another, could it be, another colleague who punches out at 3 o'clock, every day and they're done? If you get hurt, you got to get hurt between 8 and 3.
For her,
for Nurse to see.
I think it's 7:30 and 3.
Okay, we'll give her some props. We love our Nurse here at Buckeye Trail. So 1st and 10 for the Saints. The ball to 28. And Doomermuth is going to keep it, and he's going to be run out of bounds there by Braden Williams. About a gain of 2. Chris, I tell you, Doomermuth, he's going to sleep very well tonight.
Man, he's a gamer, too. He's out there and doing all he can to kind of get some things done, and it's been a challenge for him, to say the least. The offensive line has really struggled to block the defensive line of Buckeye Trail, and he's been pretty much running back there just trying to keep from getting his head taken off. So,
and that's what I love about the defensive coordinator of the Warriors, Terry Perry. Like I said, he matches his defense up to stop. This is the first time I've seen them go with a 3-5 look. And we'll see who that was Shoemaker on the carry. So he'll get about 2, so it'll be 3rd down and 7. But the Warriors, they've been able to get pressure sometimes with just their 3 down linemen, but with 5 linebackers. Holy smokes, when 1 or 2 of them are coming, it's just been tough.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. The linebackers have really filled those gaps well tonight.
So the Warriors only playing with 1 safety a lot. Now Blake Wable is a linebacker. He's going to drop off in the secondary. Doomermuth under pressure. It is caught and making a one-man miss and getting the 1st down. That was Zane Norris, and Doomermuth hung in there, and Norris broke a couple of tackles to move the gains.
Yeah, he under duress again, and he put that one on the money. So really nice job by the quarterback for TCC, Damermuth. He really put it right on the receiver, put him right between the numbers, and made it easy on him.
So, be 1st down. As on the run here and getting about 9 yards. Is that Reniker? No, that was was that Swaldo?
I think it was number 12.
Oh, you say it was 12. So it was Whitaker. Good call.
Yep, I think it was. Had a big gap that time. Got some nice yards on that run.
So they're going to mark it. They're going to say a gain of 7 for Whitaker. So 2nd and 3, the Saints with their best move. And Whitaker's going to be hit in the backfield, and he's going to lose yardage. Hastings and Connor were there on the initial hit. Briar Walter cleaned it up.
Looks like Buckeye Trail's getting some young kids in and out on defense, too. Looks like number 16 for Buckeye Trail's going in there, and that's Jace Hickman.
So it's going to be 3rd down and call it 6, and the Saints may be thinking 4 downs right here. Doomermuth fakes the handoff, throws it deep, and the Saints wanting a pass interference, but it is incomplete. That was Blake Wable on the coverage.
Yeah.
Pass intended for Norris.
Blake was right there step for step and was able to basically shield the offensive player away from catching that ball. So really nice job that time by
Yeah,
Blake Weber.
and Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, and trust me, I know you will, but I'd rather you do it all fair. I think in high school, I don't think there's any face guarding. I don't think you have to be looking for the football at the high school level.
Yeah, I think as long as you're not making contact.
Contact, yeah. So 4th down and 6. Doomermuth again under pressure, and the poor guy gets dropped. Fumble, and Jackson Hess will be highly upset at himself that he did not try to scoop and score that.
Yeah.
As Brady Hastings
picked that
with
one
the
up.
sack. Yeah. But look, he now realizes that, and Jackson Hess, he's thinking, hey, there's the big guys in practice. We're taught to jump on the football.
Yeah, poor Doomermuth that time. I mean, he got corralled, and there's just nowhere to go. And you got to hand it to him. He's really been in a mess back there tonight for sure.
So wow, about an 18-yard loss there, and on the turnover. And this is going to be Alloway. He makes one man miss, and Alloway down to about the 17. Boy, did Jansen Alloway have a nice game on both sides of the football last week.
Yeah, he played well for Buckeye Trail, and he's played well pretty much all year. He's done a really nice job for him, especially on the defensive end. The defensive side of the ball. He's been really one of those guys that's been solid for him all year long.
So that's a gain of 12 for Jansen. And this is going to be Egan, and Egan's going to be dropped. That's a nice open field tackle by Swaldo.
Yep. Tackling, anytime you can tackle Egan one-on-one, that's a pretty good job. He's not easy to tackle.
Yeah. Egan, that carry to the short side of the field. And we'll see if the Warriors do here on 2nd and 9 after the carry. Now it's to the wide side, and Alloway's got running room. 10, turns it up, 5, touchdown, Warriors.
Touchdown.
And boy, did Chris, you could see that set up on the run before the Warriors ran it to the short side of the field, and then they come back to the wide side, and there was just so much room there for Alloway.
Yeah, ran the same play to the opposite side and really got a nice block by the Buckeye Trail offensive players on the outside. Basically tied up all those contained people on the outside and allowed an easy run in for the offensive player.
And Perry with the extra point. He is now 3 for 3. 7:24 left here in the first half. Your score is now Buckeye Trail 43. TCC 0. We'll take a timeout and be right back here on Caleb Graham Productions. All right, welcome back. That's the kickoff by Alloway. Is fielded at the 35-yard line. Over the 40 to about the 42.
Alloway's kickoff is going to be returned to the 41-yard line.
Trying to get a number.
Another Harold Jansen. Alloway on the tackles. Couldn't see the returner's number.
Yeah.
Either way, first down, TCC.
He's out there. It's just with the numbers, they're not easy to see, especially with the reflection coming off the press box here. So, nice little return there for the Saints. Gives TCC the football at their own 41. Doomermuth, shotgun. He will give it to Carson Norris.
Hand off to Loudon Savage.
And Norris will take it
Wrapped up by 56.
right into the arms of Wyatt Connor. So no gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and he was tackled by a host of Buckeye Trail players that time. Looked like about half the team was in on that one. But again, nice job by TCC. Really continue to compete, trying their best to make a game of this, and they're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, and they have all year. And like we said, when I had a chance to talk to Coach Kearns, as here's a pass by Doomermuth. It is intercepted by Lane Wable. Wable brings it up to the 45, 40, 35, 30. He will be tackled at about the 27-yard line.
Penalty markers on the play.
As we do have laundry on the field, but I think that was on the return. So nice job there by Wable.
Personal foul against TCC.
Yeah, that was a nice job, Lane. They underthrew it, and Lane had his eyes, had his head turned, was able to see that the ball was underthrown, was able to come back and get it, and made a really nice run on the return. Made quite a few people miss, and again, just a great job by Lane Wable to get the interception and get a nice run back to bring it back close to the Warrior goal line. What is he down there about the 13, 14
yes,
yard line?
And Chris, that's after the 15-yard penalty. TCC with another personal foul penalty. So Williams will keep it. He cuts it up, and he will scoot in for the touchdown. Touchdown Warriors, 13-yard run there by Braden Williams. So that is the 7th touchdown of the first half. For the extra point, the snap is down.
Nice job by Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie has done an excellent job. Williams with the hold there. So it's 50-0 Warriors with the lead. And Chris, how about thanks to our fine sponsors?
Yeah, our sponsors again tonight are Stop 9, Church of Christ, 360 Burgers, Southeastern Equipment, and Buck Robinson. Bears Den Steakhouse, Dennis Doubt, Southeastern Ohio Counseling Center, LLC, Old Washington Presbyterian Church, Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant, Darcy A. Wakefield Family Dentistry and Orthodontics, Scott Ogle Realty, Connor Pushcarriage of Jacobs Vandeman Insurance Agency, Bicon and Bicon Engineering, Deep Cut Tavern, and last but not least, Marathon Stations. And again, we thank you so much for allowing us to bring you this broadcast tonight. And what a great night for the Warriors tonight.
And the Warriors have put it all together tonight as the ball was picked up at about the 15 and a short gain there. I believe that was Norris on the return for the Saints.
72. Bucky Johnson checks into the lineup for Buckeye Trail.
So the Warriors, like you said, they have played a lot of bodies here tonight. And you see you may have I don't think there's a starter on the field right
No,
now.
I think Buckeye Trail's pretty much got some young kids in there, letting them play, and that's what they should be doing, is getting some of those kids some experience on a Friday night under the lights, and there's nothing more exciting than that, getting into your first varsity football game.
No gain on the play, second down.
Yeah, that was Briar Walter on the initial hit. Bucky Johnson in there as well. So a loss of 2 yards.
Out and threw that quick out and got a completion and got some yards out of it.
On the reception, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds 5 yards short, so a tough break right there, but that was Rediker with the reception. Going back, and here's a pass that is incomplete.
Timberview's pass is incomplete. Intended again for Whitaker.
Nick Taflin on the coverage.
Nick Taflin on the coverage.
As that pass was intended for Reniker. So speaking of Reniker, he will go in punt formation. Well, there's a high snap.
PCC punt is going to be kicked out of the end zone and down to about the.
And now that's going to be roughing the punter in the end zone. And that should be a first down, I believe. As Kaysen Dennis went in, as the ball, it sailed over the punter's head, he ran back in the end zone. So we'll see. Now, Chris, remember in high school, in the college and pros, a 15-yard penalty, that's an automatic first down. It's not in high school, but they only needed 5 yards.
Yeah.
So this will move the chains for the Saints. And I tell you, Reniker did a nice job retrieving that ball all the way back in the end zone and then getting the punt off.
Yeah, getting the punt off, and then he got pretty much demolished, but it got him a first down. So again, just hanging in there, trying to do the best that they can. And again, I can't say it enough. It's nice to see the TCC kids competing.
Doomermuth, he'll hand it off. And that's Kaysen Dennis on the initial hit. And I believe that was Whitaker on the carry.
Wrapped up by Kaysen Dennis and Briar Walter.
So that's about a gain of 3. Be 2nd and 7 here as we're nearing the 4-minute mark. Remember the stick around at halftime for the homecoming festivities, as it will have the homecoming court and announce the 2023 homecoming king and queen. And the second half, it'll be a quick one because it'll be a running clock. So stick around for this big Warrior night. Doomermuth throws. It is caught right near the sticks and driven back. That was Swaldo.
Yeah, it was a nice catch by Swaldo. Nice throw again by Doomermuth. He put that right on the money towards the sideline, and the receiver did a nice job receiving it and getting his feet down and completing the play. Nice job.
Yeah, that was Tyler Harrell and Sammy Brown over there on the hit. So now it's going to be 3rd down and about 2. So 2 receivers up top. Doomermuth looking that way. And Lane Wable will break up this pass intended for Norris.
Yeah, Lane was able to get a hand in there and knock that down. And ball was in the air for quite a while. Lane was able to get to it. So, again, Buckeye Trail defensive backs doing a good job tonight of keeping their eye on the quarterback and keeping their eye on the ball.
So 4th down and 2, and the Saints, they will go for it here at their own 46-yard line. Dumermuth flushed out the pocket. Under pressure, he's going to look, he throws, he's got a man open at the 40 and will be driven out at about the 30. That was Alloway on the tackle.
Yeah, Dumermuth again running for his life to the left. He scrambled out to the left, was able to get outside to contain, get his shoulder squared up, and make a nice pass downfield. So really, again, just an outstanding job by Dumermuth, who he's a young quarterback.
Yeah,
too.
soft, like I said,
He has actually thrown the ball really well tonight when he's had some time.
And Chris, it looked like he had an opportunity to maybe get the first down with his feet, but then he found Whitaker. Here's a fumble, and I think the Warriors, they are on it.
Yeah, they tried to do that ride that fullback through that zone. It's an option for the quarterback to keep it or the fullback can keep it, and it looked like they were kind of confused on who was going to keep it, and they ended up putting it on the ground.
And I didn't get the number who recovered that.
I did not see it.
Homecoming festivities.
So for the Warriors, but the Buckeye Trail will take over at the 36-yard line.
Chloe Milliken will MC.
So remember, we're just 3:17 away from the
halftime festivities.
Yeah, homecoming festivities, and Chloe Milliken, she will be emceeing the event. So. And this is going to be Mason Todd. And here's a flag coming in way back behind the play. About a gain of 4. Whitaker on the tackle of Mason Todd. And is this another? This is an unsportsmanlike conduct against the Saints.
That is a bunch.
Yeah, and Chris, they have.
That has got to be their 4th or 5th.
Yeah, for as hard as the Saints have played, the unsportsmanlike and the personal fouls. That has not helped their calls here in the first half. So another 15-yard penalty. So it'll be 1st down and 10. The ball at the 45. And this is Alloway. He's going to take it all the way down to about the 35. And Swaldo on the tackle. Alloway, that should be right at. No, they're going to mark him a yard short. So a 9-yard carry by Alloway.
Yeah, there was just a big gap that time off that left side of the offensive line. They cleared a huge path for Alloway and did a nice job rushing that thing up inside and getting some good positive yardage.
It's going to be Blake Wable, and he's got room to burn. 20, 15, 10, 5. Let's see if he does his backward flip. I don't know if you've ever seen Wable do a backward flip. He can do it with shoulder pads.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. So that is a 36-yard touchdown run.
Another guy I knew was able to do that was back when I played, and his name was Danny Starr. He was one of the first guys.
Are you serious?
Ever to play in the OVAC All-Star for Buckeye Trail, and he would actually score and do a backflip in the end zone.
Yep. Blake did it last year in the JV game. I believe it was against West Muskingum, as Perry's extra point is up and good. It's now 57-0 Warriors. But Wable did it, and I don't think the officials seen it. Coach Kearns and staff did and commented afterward. But like I said, he can do it. It's pretty amazing. But Danny Starr could do it with shoulder pads.
He did it with shoulder pads on. He did it a couple different times in the end zone back in the day. Yep.
I don't think I've And this is your brother, right?
Yeah, I don't think he could do it today.
But I don't think I've ever heard you compliment your brother, either on air or off air. So
Danny was and I hate to say this, but he was a pretty good athlete. He was pretty good. At 145 pounds, he was one of the toughest kids I ever played with. He would take a pounding, and man, as a defensive back, he would hit you about as hard as anybody could hit you.
Now that's the BT Hall of Famer I've come to love and know, because it does pain you to spur that venom out, complimenting your brother.
He was one of those few 1,000-yard rushers for Buckeye Trail early in Buckeye Trail football.
So this ball is going to be fielded at about the 22-yard line by Norris, and Norris is going to be dropped at about the 22. Sammy Brown on the tackle.
Laying the leather, Sammy Brown. They call him downtown Sammy Brown, I think, every once in a while. And, man, he come up hard and put the leather to that runner. Nice job, Sammy Brown.
But just to put a cap on this Danny Starr Love Fest, when I do see him at church, whenever I greet him, it's the one and only.
You can't
Danny Starr. He always comes back with the, yes, that would be the good-looking Star.
Yeah, he's one of the guys you can't compliment too much, because his head will get pretty big pretty quick.
Oh, goodness. Unbelievable. So 2:06 left, 1st and 10 from the 21. Doomermuth fakes it, throws. He's got a man open. Reniker with the catch to about the 38-yard line.
That's a Saint first down.
38, so that's 21, 30. Chris, that's a 17-yard pass completion there.
I think Buckeye Trail's playing it pretty safe on the outside, just allowing them to complete anything underneath and just coming up and trying to make tackles. So good job really by the defense of Buckeye Trail.
Yes, it was fake handoff there. Doomermuth throws it. This pass goes in and out of the hands of Swaldo. And, I wonder if Doomermuth plays baseball, because he kind of has that sidearm delivery but he gets it there quick.
Yeah, he's got a pretty live arm. He throws the ball really well. For a young kid, he's got a nice arm.
Now, they have Doomermuth listed at 6 foot.
Man, he does. Maybe he is.
But from here he doesn't look 6 foot. But we are perched high atop the Bill Baker Activity Complex. So 2nd down and 10. And there's a flag, and we'll see illegal procedure, false start against the Saints. And boy, the Saints, they have brought the laundry out.
Push the ball back to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, they have. It's been a long night for the Saints, and it's probably going to be the good thing is it'll be a shorter night in the second half because of the running clock, which will keep this game rolling along in the second half. But
Doomermuth again under pressure. He throws. He's got a man. And that's Reniker on the catch. And this could be a roughing. This is going to be add 15 yards to it as Doomermuth got hit late.
I mean, it really wasn't real late, but when you're down 57, they're really going to try to protect that quarterback. And if the ball's out of his hands, you just need to lay off of him. The guy's taken enough punishment tonight. He doesn't need any more.
Yeah, so that was about a 11-yard completion, I do believe, and then tack on the 15 yards there. Well, let's make that 13 yards on the pass. Don't want to shortchange Doomermuth, that's for sure. Doomermuth sits back. He's got time, and he's going deep. It is knocked down by Wable. Trey Unosik and Jace Hickman all back there. on the coverage of Norris. And Chris, that was one of the few times that Dumermuth has had time in the pocket.
Yeah, and that ball just got away from him a little bit. It looked like it spun funny out of his hand, and sometimes the ball just doesn't come out of your hand right, and it kind of flutters, and that's what that one did.
Thank you for your support.
So the Warriors up 57. There at Dumermuth. Throws it. Wow. What an impressive.
That's a really nice throw on the run. That's about a half a sidearm, too. And he spun that thing almost 20 yards downfield, running to his left, throwing back. So really nice job by Dumermuth.
Yeah, and that was Whitaker on the catch. And you're right, it's hard to believe. I just don't feel right putting down a 9-yard completion because you're right.
He threw that thing a long way.
Yeah, I mean, and it was right on the sideline, and on top of that, he was running for his life. So that's the most impressive throw I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
3rd and 1. Dumermuth gets hit as he throws it, and the ball is intercepted by Sammy Brown.
Yeah, and Sammy really needed that. You know, he's kind of struggled a little bit on the pass protection this year, and come up with a big interception there. Was covered. The receiver did a nice job downfield and did a nice job of coming back and fighting for that ball and taking it away from the receivers. A nice job by Sammy Brown.
Yeah, pass intended for Reniker, and Sammy Brown, if I'm correct, is that his 2nd interception?
He had one early in the year. Yeah.
And only a sophomore.
Yeah, he's a really good kid, and he's a pretty darn good athlete, and I don't think Sammy understands how good he could be.
Yeah, you look at the sophomores, him and Mason Todd, the contributions that they have made, and the Warriors, they are going to take a knee here and take it to the half, and that'll be Braden Williams, as I believe. The Warriors, let's see if it's timed up. No,
they're going to have to snap it again.
I don't think they're going to.
They're probably going to let this run out.
I think the officials, they're going to let it run out. So I'll tell you what, at the half here, it's all Warriors as Buckeye Trail leads TCC 57-0. We will stay right here at the half, and as the band comes out, we'll see what they're going to do, and then we will get you set for the halftime festivities, homecoming 2023, as the Warriors, they will crown a king and queen, and we'll do that after this timeout.
Hello, Buckeye Trail Warriors. Welcome to the 2023 homecoming football game and ceremony. First up, we want to acknowledge the 2023 homecoming prince and princess, Mr. Arlo Bingley and Miss Maury Stoney. Next up, we have our freshman attendant, Riley Webb. She is being escorted by her father, Eric Webb, and grandmother, Carol Seeley. Riley's future plans are to get her degree in culinary arts and become a chef on a cruise ship. When asked, what was a time in your life when you felt on cloud nine, she answered, when I stepped out of my comfort zone and got an excellent reading on my solo for OMEA Solo and Ensemble Band. Next up, we have our sophomore attendant, Sydney Frederick. She is being escorted by her father, Justin Ashley. Sydney's future plans are to enjoy the rest of her high school career, then attend college. When asked, what was a time in your life when you felt on cloud nine, she answered, in all honesty, I don't know. Next up, we have our junior attendant, Sydney Snodgrass. She is being escorted by her parents, Rachel and Nathan Snodgrass. Her future plans are to become a child psychologist. When asked, what was a time in your life when you felt on cloud nine, she answered, I am only 16, I haven't had that moment yet. Starting with our first King and Queen candidates, we have candidates Cohen Egan and Allie Carpenter. King candidate Cohen Egan is being escorted by his parents, Josh and Kayla Egan. His future plans are to go to college and become a sports physical therapist. When asked, what was a time in your life when you felt on cloud nine, he answered, regional finals, finding out on the podium that I am going to state. Queen candidate Allie Carpenter is being escorted by her parents, Troy and Jennifer Carpenter. Her future plans are to become an elementary school teacher and eventually start a family and have 2 kids. When asked, what was a time in your life when you felt on cloud nine, she answered, probably when we were playing a tough team in volleyball and I am passing their hits with ease. Our next King and Queen candidates are Kale Gazda and Leanne Pasting. King candidate Kale Gazda is being escorted by his father, Chad Gazda, stepmother Jamie Esposito, mother Jennifer Gazda, and brother Creighton Gazda. His future plans are to get into real estate. When asked, what was a time in your life when you felt on cloud nine, he answered, whenever I am with friends and family. Queen candidate Leanne Pasting is being escorted by her parents, Joe and Sabrina Milam. Her future plans are to get a bachelor's degree in social work and then attend law school to become a family lawyer. When asked, what was a time in your life when you felt on cloud nine, she answered, being with my friends and family makes me feel on cloud nine. Our next King and Queen candidates are Brady Hastings and Andolyn Lowry. King candidate Brady Hastings is being escorted by his parents, Mike and Barb Hastings. His future plans are to go to college for football, but he is undecided on his major. When asked, what was a time in your life when you felt on cloud nine, he answered, when we beat Martins Ferry in basketball. Queen candidate Andolyn Lowry is being escorted by her parents, Sean and Molly Lowry. Her future plans are to become a travel labor and delivery nurse. When asked, what was a time in your life when you felt on cloud nine, she answered, I haven't had that moment yet, but I feel the happiest when I'm with my friends, boyfriend, and family. Our next King and Queen candidates are Charlie Perry and Emma Yanosik. King candidate Charlie Perry is being escorted by his parents, Terry and Lori Perry. His future plans are to go to college to play football, but he is undecided on what he wants to major in. When asked, what was a time in your life when you felt on cloud nine, he answered, when we beat Martins Ferry in the first round of playoffs. Queen candidate Emma Yanosik is being escorted by her parents, Corey and Michelle Yanosik. Her future plans are to go to college and receive a degree for physical therapy. When asked, what was a time in your life when you felt on cloud nine, she answered, I'm on cloud nine when I spend time with the people I love. Our final King and Queen candidates are Gavin Rome and Maya Frederick. King candidate Gavin Rome is being escorted by his parents, Billy and Heather Rome. His future plans are to become an investor. When asked, what was a time in your life when you felt on cloud nine, he answered, last year when we were playing Strasbourg and I felt like every shot I was shooting was going in. Queen candidate Maya Frederick is being escorted by her mother, Brittany Ashley. Her future plans are to go to college and get her degree in nursing and further her career as a labor delivery nurse. When asked, what was a time in your life when you felt on cloud nine, she answered, I felt on cloud nine when I saw my mom in the airport after being in Costa Rica for 9 days. Let's give it up for all of our candidates. And now, ladies and gentlemen, is the moment you have all been waiting for. 2022 Homecoming Queen, Josie Rominger, will be crowning the 2023 Homecoming King and Queen. Your 2023 Homecoming King is Cohen Egan. Congratulations. And now, your 2023 Homecoming Queen is Allie Carpenter. Congratulations. Congratulations to the King and Queen, and congratulations to all the other candidates. Have a safe and fun homecoming.
let's give it up for the pride of the Buckeye Trail Warriors, the Buckeye Trail High School Marching Band. You guys are looking sharp tonight, real sharp.
I'm going to go ahead and say hi to him first.
Welcome back here at the Bill Baker Activity Complex. Bryce Shashowski, the BT Hall of Famer Chris Starr, and I'm merely Tom Strasser. And what a big half of football it was for the Buckeye Trail Warriors. We'll look how the scoring came early and often. Buckeye Trail's first play from scrimmage after forcing a Buckeye Trail took the opening kickoff. First play from scrimmage, it was a Cohen Egan 55-yard touchdown run. The 2-point conversion was no good, and the Warriors would lead 6-0. Then Mason Todd, after intercepting a pass and running it down to the 10-yard line, he would cap it off on the first play from scrimmage. The 10-yard touchdown run. The Williams to Mason Todd 2-point conversion was good, and the Warriors would lead 14-0. Then Cohen Egan, again, next time he touches the ball, a 41-yard touchdown run. Williams to Perry for the 2-point conversion, and the Warriors led 22-0. Blake Wable would join the party, a 17-yard touchdown run. The Charlie Perry extra point would make it 29-0. Travis Dodd would take it in from 13 yards. Run, the extra point by Perry was good, 36-0. Then Jansen Alloway's turn, 18-yard touchdown run. Extra point by Perry made it 43-0. Then Braden Williams would run it in from 13 yards out. The extra point by Perry, good, 50-0. And then Blake Wable one more time, a 36-yard touchdown run. Extra point by Perry, good, 57-0. At the half, as the Warriors will kick off, in this second half, we will have a running clock.
There we go. There will be a running clock to start the third.
So,
off the Buckeye Trail, Jansen Alloway.
So Alloway will kick it off. Ball line drive kick, fielded at the 25, getting to about the 31-yard line. As that was
wrapped up on the play by number 33 for Buckeye Trail.
I don't see a 33.
Number 30, check that.
30?
Kyle Van Sickle.
Oh, Kyle Van Sickle. All right.
all right now. That it was 33 who made the. It was 33 who made the tackle, but we don't know.
I don't see a 33.
Yeah, well, yeah, not on the. Not on our roster, so yeah. So it's going to be first down, 10 for the Saints. As running the ball there.
Frank Mollisey, the tackler. Person Norris, the ball carrier.
That was Norris on the carry.
Picks up 4
They got a
yards,
big
second
number,
down.
number 71, Frank Mollisey.
Frank Mollisey.
Getting some time in there. Big Frank, what a pleasant kid he was.
Yeah, and Chris, the first half, Buckeye Trail 289 yards on the ground, 8 touchdowns. As Jace Hickman will wrap up the ball carrier there. It'll make it third down and about 3. And that was Whitaker, the 6-foot senior, on the carry.
By Casey Dennis.
And Dennis also there on the stop with Hickman. So third down and 4.
We got Drew McGlovely out there too, number 9, playing safety for Buckeye Trail, another freshman.
And he's a quarterback who can spin the football as well. Nice pass.
Pass is going to be completed.
And that was to Whitaker.
To Nathan Pugh.
Or excuse me, that was Pugh. That was his first catch, a gain of 7 for the Saints. So first down and 10 from the 45. and that's Carson Norris to the left of you, and Norris will get the ball, and he had some running room, but the play.
I think Nate Dafflin got an early start that time, number 78, another freshman for Buckeye Trail, and he's a rather large individual. He looks like he goes, about 6'3", he's probably pushing close to 300 pounds. He is a big kid.
Strong kid in the offside, so that will move it up, make it 1st and 5 here. Ball spotted right at midfield. They're going to come back with the same play, and that's Norris. And Norris, he will be tackled there, I believe, by A.J. Greenwald.
Ball carrier.
And he's going to be about a yard short.
Bucky Johnson, 2nd and 1.
Bucky Johnson also win on the tackle. And Norris they have him listed at 220. He's a senior. He brings some pop to the running game. 2nd and 1, looking deep. The pass is intercepted. Was that Wable again?
That's Blaine Wable again, making another interception. Played it well, had his eyes on it, and made a nice play on the ball.
And Chris, I love the play call 2nd and 1. Kind of go play action and go up top. But Wable didn't bite on the out and up, and he gets his 2nd interception. That is Buckeye Trail's 4th. Sammy Brown has 1. Mason Todd has 1. To go with Blaine Wable's 2.
Yep.
So Drew McGlumphy.
He's checking in the quarterback.
And what a thrill for him, for all these young kids to play under the lights on a Friday night. So McGlumphy, he'll keep it. He'll look to turn the corner. He's got running room across the 30 to about the 35-yard line. Tackled by Whitaker.
Yeah, he's going to be a nice quarterback down the road for Buckeye Trail. Drew McGlumphy throws the ball well. About 6'2", really pretty good athlete, got good size, and just has had a little bit of trouble staying healthy the last couple years. So Buckeye Trail is really looking forward to seeing him next year.
Yeah, so McGlumphy, that was a gain of 11. And this going around the right end. This is Trey Yanosik.
That's a little Quaker City speed right there. Little Quaker City speed.
I tell you, in the JV game early this year, I believe it was against Caldwell. Yanosik, he picked off 2 passes.
Oh, did he really?
Yes, he did. So for Trey, that was a gain of 9. 2nd and 1.
There's number 3 on the carry for Buckeye Trail, and that's A.J. Greenwald.
And he's going to be close. And they're going to give him the first down mark. So 1st down and 10. And the Warriors, they have not attempted a pass this entire game, and I don't expect them to attempt one here in the second half. Getting hit in the backfield is Yanosik, and he got dropped, and when he got hit, he thought about shoveling the ball to McGlumphy, but that would have been a forward.
That would not surprise me out of the Yanosik.
Now, was you saying, did Trail throw a pass in the first?
They threw one. I know they threw one over the sidelines that was incomplete. It went off the hands of Alloway.
Oh, okay. Maybe that was, but that was the only one. I knew they threw a couple on the 2-point conversion, but
I think that's the only one.
Okay, so loss of 5. There, McGlumphy rolling out, and he's going to throw it. It is nice break on the ball there by Swaldo. So McGlumphy looking to complete his first varsity pass. And I'm trying to think, I don't think Trail has, no, with TCC, I don't believe they're playing anyone else in the JV game tomorrow.
I have not heard.
But sometimes you pick up someone.
Yeah,
most
teams, because a lot of teams are looking for JV games. So they may have.
We'll try to get that information to you. As that's McGlumphy, and he's over midfield to about the 45. He's right at the
he's going to be about a yard short.
So they're going to give him 14 on it.
Also, Anthony Conrad Bolin.
So that was Conrad Bolton. Remember, he got hurt his ankle earlier in the game, but he has toughened it out. And Conrad Bolton has been in on quite a few tackles for the Saints. So they did mark it down, 4th down and 1. It's 3:20 left here. And the third quarter with the running clock. And McGlumphy, he gets a nice block on the outside. That will give him the first down. He'll be dropped down at about the 40.
Yeah, that's a nice run again by McGlumphy, just using his speed to get to the outside and was able to get the corner and get that first down. So, again, nice run by Drew McGlumphy.
And that was Brady Hayes who got the block on the perimeter to spring him for the first down. So McGlumphy after the first down run. Is this Greenwald? He will get about a yard.
A.J. Greenwald, wrapped up by Anthony Conrad Bolin.
And Chris, after this play, we'll start sprinkling in hearing from our fine sponsors.
Second down. Hey, we want to give a shout out to the chain gang over there. They did a great job and a very unappreciative job. Keep up the good work.
So now 2nd and 9. We're under 2 minutes. McGlumphy under center. He
carried by number 23 that time.
Cuts it upfield to the 36-yard
Kyler Chase.
So that's Chase's first carry.
Brought down by Carson Norris.
And you want to
some of our sponsors tonight. We got Old Washington Presbyterian Church, a proud sponsor of the Warriors. Mr. Lee's Restaurant, looking for a family restaurant to tailgate at before the big game? Visit Mr. Lee's Restaurant on East Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge.
All right, we'll get some more after this play. 3rd down and 5. As McGlumphy goes under center. Nice coat. He's going to be
Kyler Chase again on.
Was that Chase? And he's going to be dropped at about the 34.
I didn't hear the number for the tickets. Do you guys know what the number was?
So it's going to. That was Conrad Bolton on the hit of Chase. So now it's going to be 4th down and 3. As this will probably be the last play of the third quarter. We'll just keep it here. It's a McGlumphy high snap. It goes awry, and the Saints have recovered it, and coming up with the recovery was Reniker. So that's the first turnover for Buckeye Trail. The Saints have turned it over 6 times. And Chris, here's some more from our sponsors.
Yeah, we got Darcy A. Wakefield, Family Dentistry and Orthodontics. Want to show off a beautiful smile after a big Warrior win? Darcy Wakefield can take care of any dentistry or orthodontic needs that you have.
And this will be the last play. We'll hear from some more of our sponsors after this run by Norris. And Norris gets over the 45. That's a gain of about 7. And that was Carson Norris.
Yeah, we got Connor Pushcarriage of Jacobs Vandeman Insurance Agency. Looking for an independent insurance agent to quarterback you through any coverage? Connor Pushcarriage is your man. Call Connor at 740-610-3024 at Jacobs Vandeman Insurance Agency. We also got Bicon and Bicon Engineering, wishing the Warriors and all of our area teams a very successful season. Deep Cut Tavern, looking for a place to celebrate after a big Warrior win? Come to Deep Cut Tavern and celebrate with friends and family. Marathon Stations, fuel up before every local area football game at Marathon Stations, located in Old Washington and Cambridge. Okay, we also got Stop 9 Church of Christ cheering on all of our local student athletes. 360 Burgers, serving farm-to-table burgers with local ingredients to all football fans in the area. And we got Southeastern Equipment, proud sponsors of the Warriors and all our local area teams. Call Buck Robinson for your large equipment, parts, and supply needs. We got the Bears Den Steakhouse. Stop by the Bears Den Steakhouse, located on Route 40 for the best steaks around. And Dennis Doubt, and he says, go Warriors.
So it's going to be after the Norris run, second down. We'll call it long 3. As that run, that was Whitaker, and he's going to be about 3 yards short.
Okay, we also got Southeastern Ohio Counseling Center provides mental health and addiction services to children, adolescents, and adults wherever it is most convenient, home, community, or school setting. Located in downtown Old Washington. Call Minnie McGlumphy at 740-489-5571 for any questions.
So third down then, third down and 3. As Bucky Johnson applies pressure to Doomermuth, but he's going to find a receiver. He makes a couple of nice moves, gets over to the 42-yard line.
And he's tackled that time by number 23 for Buckeye Trail, Kyer Chase.
So that's about a 13 yards and move the chains.
Old Doomerville making another good pass on the run. And our final sponsor here tonight, Scott Ogle Realty. Proud supporters of Warriors student athletes and the FCA. Call us when you're ready to talk real estate.
And again, we want to thank our fine sponsors for making these broadcasts, the home schedule for the Warriors, possible. So Doomermuth is going to keep it. He's going to try to turn it up. Now he breaks it to the outside. He's going to be taken out of bounds at about the 37-yard line.
That time he was ran out of bounds by Kyle Van Sickle, freshman, number 30.
And again, the Warriors, they're running in a lot of bodies.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of people some playing time tonight. It's nice to see.
And, Chris, we want to, once again, to give a shout-out the homecoming festivities. Awesome job. There, Chloe Milliken did a great job emceeing it. And our 2023 homecoming king, he's out there on the sideline, 34. Cohen Egan, officially 100 yards on the night on about 5 carries, 2 touchdowns. And our homecoming queen, Allie Carpenter. So congratulations to Cohen and Allie. And there's a long pass, and that will be 6 points. Touchdown, 37-yard strike to the Zane Norris, and what a throw by Doomermuth.
Yeah, they ran a seam route, just split the seam. Buckeye Trail have some young guys in there, split the seam. Doomerville just laid it up there, really nice. Hit him in stride, really nice pass again by Doomerville.
Man, I tell you, that was nice. It's been a tough night for TCC, but that'll make them feel a lot better there. Nice strike there, Doomermuth to Zane Norris. So the extra point coming up by the Saints. Snap it. Lefty's kick is up. It is no good.
Going after attempt is a wide right.
So that was, I couldn't get the number on the kicker for the extra point. And as they get ready for the kickoff, Chris, we've been checking some schedules, games of note. Malvern, we mentioned Buckeye Trail will travel to Malvern to take on the 5-1 Hornets. Well, they're going to move to 6-1 as they lead Strasburg 48-0. The Warriors play Strasburg on the road the next week. Newcomerstown up 39-7 over East Canton. The Warriors have those two teams coming up. East Liverpool up on Cambridge 48-20, and at the half, homecoming night in New Concord, John Glenn leads Meadowbrook 35-0.
Wow, that kind of surprises me.
And a game between Couple Powers, St. Clairsville. How about this? Up on Harrison Central 42-8. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley 50-0. Shenandoah up on Buckeye Local 38-21. And Barnesville, they continue to roll. They lead Shadyside 47-0.
Yeah, Barnesville. I mean, the teams around here that I've seen, Barnesville's by far the best team that I've seen. They are solid. They both offensive and defensive lines are outstanding. They got good speed. They got good quarterback play. They got nice receivers. Barnesville's going to go deep into the playoffs this year, and I tell you what, it's going to take a really, really good team to beat them.
Yes. They are loaded. And Chris, on the onside kick there, the squib kick, how about Tyler Harrell? Talking about a pretty good catcher. He scooped, like blocking the plate there. He got down low and scooped up that football. That wasn't an easy recovery, but boy, did he make it look easy. So Drew McGlumphy barks out the signals, and he will keep it. I think this is going to be an illegal procedure as McGlumphy makes 1, 2, 3 guys miss. He's near the first down, but I think somebody turned up field just before the snap, and it is illegal procedure. They'll bring it back. And I tell you, the Warriors, Chris, they haven't had many penalties. They had the roughing the punter, roughing the quarterback.
Yeah.
And this one, that's really about it. And then you had the holding call. That was when there was a penalty on each team, and right. I think that's it.
Yeah, they haven't had much. They've done a nice job of staying away from the penalties tonight, which in the past has really hurt them at times. So.
And TCC, they may be over 100 yards in penalties. So first down and 15. And that's going to be Greenwald, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield. Whitaker on the tackle.
Up the 37-yard line by number 12.
So it's a
Colton Whitaker.
loss of 3. And we mentioned the Warriors unofficially 100 yards on the dot from Cohen Egan and 2 touchdowns. Jansen Alloway, 45 yards rushing and a touchdown. Travis Dodd, 29 yards rushing and a touchdown. As McGlumphy drops back, he's under pressure, and he is not going to be sacked, but he'll be dropped there by Reniker. He'll get about a 2-yard gain, I think. And
he made something out of nothing on that one. That was a nice job by Drew. Just get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Charlie Perry had 36 yards rushing on 2 carries. Braden Williams ran it 1 time. That was 13 yards and a touchdown. Mason Todd had 2 carries, 14 yards. He had a 10-yard touchdown run. Blake Wable, 53 yards rushing on 2 carries, 2 touchdowns. Add that up, and it's right at about 290 yards. And that was all done in the first half. McGlumphy going deep. Pretty pass intended for Case and Dennis. But nice coverage there by Grady Stein.
Yeah, the defensive back did a nice job of kind of walling the receiver off and not letting him get to the ball. So really nice job that time by the cornerback for Tuacarawas.
Yeah, so Buckeye Trail, they will. Oh, I think they're going to go ahead and go for it here. Clock running. This Dallas Cooley is checked in. So the Saints, they had someone back, but these come up. McGlumphy looking under pressure, still looking. He's going to let it fly, and it is caught. Casey Dennis, and he is tackled at the 10-yard line. Wow. About 49 yards on the pass play. Wow. And McGlumphy showing an arm there.
Yeah, and he had to really set up quick to try to get squared up to make that throw. And he launched that pretty good. It showed some little bit of arm strength there.
We'll give a 51-yard pass to Dennis. McGlumphy keeps it. He's going to get inside the 10 as we're under 3 minutes left.
Yeah, and he's tackled by number 12 that time.
Whitaker.
Colton Whitaker.
Yeah, we have said his name a lot.
McGlumphy on the keeper picks up a couple yards to the 9-yard line. Wrapped up by Braden Brown.
So it's first and goal, now second and goal from the 9. And boy, I tell you, Case and Dennis did a nice job coming back.
Yeah, he did. He showed some instincts there.
Oh, being dropped in the backfield.
Number 12 again.
Whitaker
making a play.
Yeah, and he will drop Greenwald for a loss. So that's about a 3-yard loss. Yeah, Whitaker, he's a nice ball player on both sides of the football. So, Chris, after this third down play, to this possession, we'll be getting your much anticipated prediction for the game in South Bend tomorrow night. McGlumphy, see if he can turn the corner. He's at the 5. He's going to be low-balled right there to about the 4. That was a nice tackle.
Yeah, I think it was number 5 that time on outside for
Renneker.
Renneker kept contained and actually got away from the receiver and broke down and make a nice tackle on the open field.
So that's about 8-yard gain. We'll call it 4th down and 4. As this very well could be the last play. Maybe one more. And McGlumphy, he's just going to take a knee. So we'll see if the refs, they may wait and start.
Play clock late, let it run out, huh?
Yeah, well, the play clock's running. The game clock is not on the change of possession. So, again, a classy move there by the Warriors. Again, Buckeye Trail travels to Malvern. That'll be a big one. And, Chris, everybody's been waiting, my man. The game tomorrow night in South Bend. Your Buckeyes against the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame.
I think it's going to be close. You know, honestly, I think that game's a toss-up. But I was picking, I'm going to say Ohio State 21-20 and a barn burner.
All right, as Doomermuth will get it to about 12 12-yard line, and that'll be the last play. Chris, I would get your prediction of the game in Baton Rouge tomorrow night, my beloved Razorbacks against LSU, but unfortunately we have ran out of time there. So
I think it's going to be an upset. I think Arkansas is going to get it done.
God bless you. God bless you. So speaking of getting it done, Buckeye Trail has gotten it done tonight. Your final score here at the Bill Baker Activity Complex is Buckeye Trail 57, TCC 6. We'll take a quick timeout and come back and wrap things up here on Homecoming 2023. Welcome back to Old Washington and the Bill Baker Activity Complex as we wrap things up here at Buckeye Trail with a big victory at home, and we'll, for the final time, look at the scoring tonight. It started out first play from scrimmage for the Buckeye Trail Warriors. Cohen Egan, a 55-yard touchdown run. The 2-point conversion was no good, and it was 6-0 Warriors. Mason Todd, after an interception that he runs back to the 10-yard line, would take it in on the next play, a 10-yard touchdown run from Todd. The 2-point conversion pass, Williams to Mason Todd, and it was 14-0 Warriors. Again, Cohen Egan, next time he touches the ball, a 41-yard touchdown run. The Williams to Charlie Perry 2-point conversion pass was good, and the Warriors were off and rolling 22-0. Then Blake Wable, a 17-yard touchdown run. Charlie Perry would kick the extra point to make it 29-0. Travis Dodd would get in on the 13-yard touchdown run. The extra point by Perry again was good, 36-0. Jansen Alloway, an 18-yard touchdown run. The extra point by Perry would make it 43-0. Then Braden Williams, his only carry of the night, a 13-yard touchdown run. The extra point by Perry, good, 50-0. Then Blake Wable would finish off the scoring in the first half with a 36-yard touchdown run, his second touchdown of the game. Extra point by Perry was good, 57-0 Warriors at the half. The only score in the second half was by TCC. Sweet 37-yard touchdown pass from their sophomore quarterback, Dylan Doomermuth. He would hit Zane Norris down the middle of the field for a 37-yard touchdown. The extra point was no good, and that would be all the scoring, 57-6. Warriors, Cohen Egan, 100 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Alloway, 45 yards rushing and a touchdown. Travis Dodd, 29 yards rushing and a touchdown. Charlie Perry, 36 yards rushing. Williams, 13 yards rushing and a touchdown. Mason Todd, 14 yards and a touchdown. Blake Wable with 53 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. That's 8 rushing touchdowns for the Warriors. The Warriors had 51 yards passing. That was on a strike from Drew McGlumphy to Kason Dennis of 51 yards. So Buckeye Trail unofficially 357 yards rushing, 51 yards on the ground for 408 yards total offense. TCC, they would get 154 yards through the air and 1 touchdown by Doomermuth, and again that's to Zane Norris, but the 1 touchdown, but the youngster Doomermuth under pressure all night would be picked off 4 times. Lane Wable would have 2 of the interceptions. Mason Todd got 1, and Sammy Brown got 1, and then the Warriors would recover 2 fumbles, Chris. That was Jackson Hess, who could have had a scoop and score, didn't realize it. It was a 4th down play. He jumped on the ball. So a nice play by Jackson, and we did not get the number of the last fumble recovery that was in the first half.
Yeah, he was a defense. I think he had an interception earlier in the
yes,
year,
he did,
too,
yes.
So he's had quite a year. Yeah, the Warriors actually, they played really well tonight. Their offensive line really did what they should have done, is dominate up front, and defensive line did the same thing. Hopefully this builds a little momentum for Buckeye Trail going into next week. Big game next week at Malvern. Buckeye Trail needs to knock one of those one of those better teams off to have a chance maybe to get in the playoffs. They're capable of winning out. I mean, Buckeye Trail is definitely capable of doing that. They have to have a good night. They got to play well, and they just got to be solid and not hurt themselves. In a couple of the games they had chances to win, some penalties really cost them, and they shot themselves in the foot a few times. But Buckeye Trail, even though they're sitting here 1-4, they are 1-5. They are a lot better team. They're a lot better team than that.
Yeah, and I tell you what, nice job, Coach Kearns. He has talked about, hey, when you look at the brutal schedule, the teams that they've played that are undefeated, you look at Caldwell, you look at Barnesville, Harrison Central, they're going to lose their second game, but that's they've only lost 2, and Claymont, like the schedule that Claymont's played, Trail has lost 2 heartbreakers in a row, but Chris, last week Trail forced 4 turnovers, only scored once, 7 points off those 4 turnovers. Tonight, 6 turnovers the defense forced, and I think they cashed in on 5 of the turnovers.
Yeah, Buckeye Trail all year long they've gotten some turnovers. Their problem has been trying to convert those into scores, and they just haven't been able to do that consistently. And defensively, I really believe Buckeye Trail most of the years played pretty well overall. It's their lack of offense at times to be able to generate some offense, and after a while your defense just kind of gets wore down. And hopefully they can get it rolling. This is a big win for them, and then hopefully that'll get them some momentum going into next week. And if they can get that one, man, they have a really good chance of winning out.
Okay, and Chris, as we head out again, this couldn't be broadcast, would not be possible here on Caleb Graham Productions without our sponsors. And can you give a shout out to their 14 sponsors?
Yeah, I got Stop 9 Church of Christ, 360 Burger, Southeastern Equipment, and Buck Robinson, Bears Den Steakhouse, Dennis Doubt, Southeastern Ohio Counseling Center LLC, Old Washington Presbyterian Church, Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant, Darcy A. Wakefield Family Dentistry and Orthodontics, Scott Ogle Realty, Connor Pushcarriage of Jacobs Vandenham Insurance Agency, Bicon and Bicon Engineering, Deep Cut Tavern, and last but not least, Marathon Stations. And again, we're very blessed to be able to do this. I know me and Tom, we joke around a lot, but we really do enjoy coming out and watching these games. It's exciting to watch the kids play, especially when they win, and see how it's amazing how the atmosphere around completely changes when you win. It's just such a good thing.
Yes, and we want to thank the athletic director, director of operations here, Greg Taylor, for everything he did, helping us as always for our broadcast here. And we couldn't do it without our sidekick here, the man who keeps us on the air. Even though a lot of people text him and ask him to take us off the air at times. So one of our Bryce Shashulski. Bryce, thanks a lot. Great job as always. I'm a Muskingum student and a Cambridge grad. So Bryce does a nice job. And for my BT Hall of Famer, Chris Starr, I'm merely Tom Strasser. And on behalf of all the Caleb Graham production, family, and team, we want to wish everyone a safe weekend and a fun weekend. And once again, your final score from Old Washington, Buckeye Trail 57, TCC 6. Good night, everyone.